This broadcast is presented under the legal ownership authority of Magnitude Sports. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this broadcast may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Magnitude Sports.
Post 2 with a win-loss record of 39-11. Please welcome Fargo Post 2. The next two teams are playing tonight's game. Let's meet the lineup and the teams as we get ready for competition. First, for the visiting team, the state champions from Minnesota, Post 259. Please welcome Excelsior. The lineup for today's game, starting with the reserves. Number 17, Joe Brophy. Number 35, Aiden Pedersen. And number 44, Jonah Lundens. Your starting lineup. Leading off in center field, number 5, Carter Stortz. Batting second at third base, number 10, Jake Muskard. Batting third and doing the catching, number 7, Brody Schrupp. The cleanup batter, your shortstop, number 3, Nolan Carr. Batting fifth at second base, number 16, Kalen Newman. Batting sixth in left field, number 34, Nolan Bartz. Batting seventh, doing the designated hitting, number 22, Adam Perry. Batting eighth at first base, number 99, Dominic Tenezuzo. Rounding out your batting order in right field will be number 6, Alex Fernandez. On the hill for Excelsior, number 4, Evan Cummings. Excelsior is coached by Randy Stortz, Leo Feist, and Will Johnson. And now for your host team, the Mandan Post 40 Chiefs, with a win-loss record of 25-15. Starting with the reserves, number 2, Eli Kleinknecht. Number 3, Adam Walker. Number 7, Liam Keller. Number 9, Logan Seafeld. Number 12, Aiden Buttman. Number 13, Connor Jans. Number 15, Dante Burdine. And number 18, Kai Vilbrandt. Your starting lineup for the Chiefs, leading off the pitcher number 5, Hudson Sheldon. Batting second at second base, number 6, Ty Weiler. Batting third in center field, number 10, Zach Weiler. Batting fourth in right field, number 16, Troy Gerhard. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 4, Aiden Bogner. Batting sixth at first base, number 21, Mike Brajos. Batting seventh in left field, number 14, Peyton Copy. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 8, Jensen Schultz. And rounding out your batting order and starting lineup for the Chiefs, third baseman, number 11, Aiden Flieger. The Chiefs are coached by Jake Kincaid, Travis Stevens, and Eddie Streeter. We would now like to introduce our bat boys and girls for the tournament. As I announce your name, please make your way to the field. Taven Boehm, JJ Sherberg, Camden Schlosser, Wyatt Haugen, Paxton Took, Ryder Bear, and Alex Brown. Our two wonderful and magnificent foul ball shakers, Rory Keller and Ari Keller. Your Central Plains regional staff. Your Central Plains National Tournament Director, Paul Iverson. Central Plains Assistant Director, David Kuntz. And Central Plains Official Regional Scorekeeper, Jim Elbers. Help me in welcoming our Central Plains regional umpires. Your umpire-in-chief, Corey Aldrich. Andrew Fisher. Tim Higgins, Eric Guller, Nick Kulis, and Brian Bohr. Reading of the American Legion Code of Sportsmanship will be American Legion Post 40 representative, Chuck Wyan.
Welcome. Repeat after me. I will keep the rules, keep faith with my teammates, keep my temper, keep myself fit, keep a stout heart in defeat, keep my pride under in victory, keep a sound soul, clean mind, and a healthy body.
To honor our country and show proper respect for veterans, active duty military, and the flag, we ask that you please rise, remove any headwear as the colors are presented, and remain at attention all the way through the national anthem and until the color guard has retired the colors from the field. Please welcome the color guard from the Mandan Post 40 Legion, Ron Kraus, Steve Regala, Chuck Miska, and Chuck Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, singing our national anthem will be Bryn Feist.
All right, that will conclude your opening ceremonies here of the 2026 Central Plains Regional Tournament here at BNC National Bank Field inside of Veterans Memorial Ballpark in Mandan, North Dakota. Let's go ahead and take a look at your starting lineups here for our third and final matchup between the host team, the Mandan Chiefs, coming in at 25-15, and the Minnesota champions, Excelsior Blue, at 22-5-1 on the season. Here's a look at your lineups for this game. For Excelsior Blue, the top of the order will be center fielder Carter Stortz, the third baseman Jake. Let me look at my pronunciations again here. It is Mustard. Jake Mustard. And then batting third is Brody Schrupp, the catcher. The middle of the lineup, shortstop Nolan Carr, second baseman Kalen Newman, and left fielder Nolan Bartz. The bottom of the order, Adam Perry, the designated hitter, Dominic, let me look at my pronunciations again, Tanuzol. Dominic Tanuzol, the first baseman, and Alex Fernandez, the right fielder. And your starting pitcher, the lefty, the southpaw, Evan Cummins. Over on the Mandan side, Hudson Sheldon, Ty Weiler, and Zach Weiler wheel out the top three. No pun intended there. Pitcher, second base, center fielder. Right fielder will be the cleanup hitter, Troy Gerhardt. Your shortstop will be batter number 5, Aiden Bogner. First baseman, Mike Brajos. And then the bottom of the order, left fielder Peyton Coppy, catcher Jensen Scholes, and Aiden Flieger will be batter number 9. Hudson Sheldon will be starting the right-handed pitching duties for the Mandan Chiefs. So that will be your starting lineups for our third and final game. Once again, 3 games tomorrow, 9:30 a.m., along with a 12 noon and a 3:30 p.m. game. So the loser of game 1 versus the loser of game 2. So that'll put Dubuque County against Fargo Post 2 tomorrow at the 9:30 game, and then we'll sort those out in a moment here. We'll take a break and we'll come back in just a moment here on Magnitude
Ball
Sports.
chopped out to second. This may do it. McIntyre sets on to first, and it's on to Shelby for Lincoln East.
Popped up. Can Oliver Luck send them to Shelby? They can! The Post 400 Stars will continue their season in North Carolina, and they will compete in the American Legion World Series.
The best teams, the biggest moments. Every game of the 2026 Central Plains Regional is live on Magnitude Sports.
I'm Dakota Boehm, and I'm the manager at ID Chrysler Collision. Our team at ID Chrysler Collision, we're small, but we're like a family. So how does having a family-like atmosphere at work help get the customer's car back on the road? We do a lot of stuff out of work. We do stuff at work. We all get along. It's like a little family for us. I just feel like if you're happy at work and you want to come to work, you're going to deliver a better product.
Bounces on the warning track. Coming home is Hudson Sheldon, also from second, Ty Weiler. And that is a fly ball to center field. It's going to drop. He's going to have to make the throw quickly. Rounding third is Peyton Coppy, and they will not be in time. And the Mandan Chiefs walk off the Stars in the bottom of the 10th inning. That one hit up high and deep, and it might have the distance. And that one is caught at the fence. Holy cow. Wow, what a catch by Peyton Coppy. I thought for sure that was a 2-run homer. All right, welcome back. Third and final game. It's the Excelsior Blue, the champions out of Minnesota. They'll be taking on the host team, the Mandan Chiefs. And the Mandan Chiefs come in with an overall record of 25-15. They are 15-6 when playing here at BNC National Bank Field this season. And the opening pitch from Hudson Sheldon is up high for ball 1. 4:47 is your opening pitch time. .447, sunny sky and 93 degrees. 2-0 is the count now. We'll stay at about 93 throughout the duration of this contest here. And that's going to be a high fly ball to the second baseman. And that second baseman for Mandan is Ty Weiler. So that'll bring up Jake Mustard. And that's a high fly ball to right field. That'll drift foul. It'll be a long, long, long strike number 1. Once again, 93 and sunny here in game 3. We'll stay at about 93 throughout this entire game. All right, now we're set. We're ready to go here. 0-2, and that one right back. One hop to Sheldon, and he'll just lob it over there to Mike and Brajos for the second out. So a 1-2 inning so far here. It'll be Brody Schrupp coming to the plate, the catcher for Excelsior Blue. Hudson Sheldon pitching, Jensen Schultz catching, Mike and Brajos at first base, Ty Weiler at second, Aiden Bogner the shortstop, Aiden Flieger at third, Peyton Coppy in left field, Zach Weiler in center field, and Troy Gerhardt in right field is how Mandan will set up defensively here for this first game, for their first game of the Central Plains Regional Tournament. The 0-1 pitch, and that one is on the inside edge, and it's 0-2, and Hudson Sheldon starting out strong here. 7 pitches in already. He has 2 outs, and he has 2 strikes. Make that 8 pitches. This is pitch number 9, and that pitch will miss for a ball, and it'll be 1-2. Once again, Brody Schrupp is the batter. Batting 3, Nolan Carr is on deck, the cleanup hitter if this inning continues. 1-2 on the way, swing and a miss, and that is a strikeout for Hudson Sheldon, and that puts an end to the top of the first. Mandan shuts down Excelsior 1-2-3, and they'll come to bat with Hudson Sheldon, Ty Weiler, and Zach Weiler when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports.
If the church is strong, that strength flows everywhere into the community, the region, and across the world. Jesus is building his church.
Here's 3 ways you can support Magnitude Sports. First, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. It's 100% free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 month-to-month YouTube memberships. Finally, businesses can choose one of 2 online YouTube sponsorships or contact us for more options. To learn more, click the Join button or give us a call at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the first, no score. Excelsior Blue going down in order, 1-2-3. And your starting pitcher here for Excelsior Blue is the left-hander, the southpaw, Evan Cummings, number 4. We'll start things off here. He'll face the other pitcher for Mandan, Hudson Sheldon, who'll be the leadoff batter. Hudson Sheldon played basketball for Mandan High School and is currently attending University of Mary, which is a college located in the southern suburb of Bismarck. It's literally its own suburb. It's not in a city. It's just the campus of the U of Mary. That's probably the easiest way to explain it. If you know where the Bismarck Airport is, it's about maybe a 7-8 minute drive south of the Bismarck Airport. And Hudson Sheldon is your leadoff batter. And the first pitch from Evan Cummings is down low for ball 1. Sheldon, followed by Ty Weiler, followed by Zach Weiler. Those are the three that we'll see here in the top of the first for sure. Hudson Sheldon sends a deep ball to right field, but it is caught there by the right fielder. That's Alex Fernandez. So 1 up and 1 down, 4 up, 4 down so far here in this contest. Ty Weiler, excuse me, will come to the plate. Home plate umpire for this one calling the balls and strikes is Corey Aldrich. On the first base side is Nick Coulis, and on the third base side is Brian Bohr. I missed that pitch, but it apparently came in as ball 1 here to Ty Weiler. So once again, Evan Cummings pitching. Behind the plate, catching is Brody Schropp. Around the bases, you got Dominic Tenuzo at first. At second is Kalen Newman. At shortstop is Nolan Carr. And third base is Jake Mustard. There we go. And then in the outfield in left, you have Nolan Bartz. In center, you have Carter Stortz. And in right field, Alex Fernandez. That's the defensive setup here for Excelsior Blue. Three balls and a strike now here for Ty Weiler. Cummings, southpaw, delivers the 3-1. Bouncing ball towards third. 2 hops picked up there by Mustard, and he'll fire over to Tenuzo for the 5-3 ground out. Just a few more 5-3 ground outs, and I should have those 2 players' names, pronunciations down spot on, no problem. So 2 up, 2 down here for Mandan. Fly out and a ground out. Now Zach Weiler will try his luck here. And the lefty will deliver. That's popped up. Should be playable there for Tenuzo. And Tenuzo will make the catch for out number 3. And it's 3 up and 3 down for Mandan. 3 up, 3 down for Excelsior. Batters 4, 5, and 6 due up for Excelsior. Nolan Carr, Kalen Newman, and Nolan Bartz, the shortstop, second baseman, left fielder, is who we'll see for Excelsior when we return from the break here on Magnitude.
A Parable Christian store has life-giving gifts for every occasion. Gifts with meaning, gifts that change lives. Stop in and view their large selection of books, Bibles, jewelry, greeting cards, music and DVDs, home decor, and children's department. Many gifts to bring inspiration to family and loved ones. Call them 223-2422 and visit them online at bismarck.parable.com. For all your gift-giving needs, shop the Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store on South 7th Street in the Southridge Center Strip Mall, 1 block east of Kirkwood Mall in Bismarck.
The North Dakota State Railroad Museum in Mandan is a must-see for any and everyone who likes trains. From the historic Steel House, classic rail cars, and the Northern Pacific Hall of Fame, the North Dakota State Railroad Museum is the grown-up version of your childhood train set. It is open June 1st through August 31st from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. with limited access during other hours of the day. A free will donation is accepted for admission at 3102 37th Street Northwest, Mandan.
All right, Nolan Carr is the leadoff batter here for Excelsior Blue in the top half of the second. The first pitch from Hudson Sheldon's in for strike 1. 0-1 here to Nolan Carr, excuse me. Kalen Newman and Nolan Bartz will be the other 2 batters we see in this inning here for Excelsior Blue. And a swing, and he got a little piece of it, and I'll go into the books as strike number 2. Once again, we appreciate you tuning in. If you have a chance to shop and/or shop online, our sponsors, to tell them thank you for bringing you live coverage of the 2026 Central Plains Regional Tournament, we'd certainly appreciate that. Greg, gonna be a 1-hour game at this rate. I would not be opposed to that. So Sheldon with the 1-2, and now will be a line drive out into center field. It'll drop for a base hit. Grabbed on one bounce is Troy Gerhardt. He'll fire it back into Ty Weiler for the to keep Carr to a single. And that's the first hit of the game. So the no-hitter for Sheldon's out the door now, and
Coming to the plate, second baseman, number 16.
say that with a bit of with a bit of sarcastic humor intended to it, but Sheldon will get ready against Kalen Newman now, and Newman will punt down a bunt. He'll look at second, forget about it, and go over to first. So going to the books is a sack bunt. They'll move Carr up to second base and put the first out onto the board. Sheldon looked at second, saw that Carr had the speed to get there, and it's like, nope. Rather get one out and have a runner on second than throw that ball into center field and have things fall apart quickly here. So one away. And the pitch. And that one's lined right back into center field. And he could not make the catch. Rounding third is Carr. And he will score. And it's a 1-0 game in favor of Excelsior Blue. Well, of all the visiting fan bases, we'll give the loudest cheer to Excelsior Blue. An RBI single got more cheers than a 3-run homer in the last game. Pretty impressed by that. Pickoff attempt. Ooh, that was close. They got back in time, though. And the pitch. One ball and no strikes. The batter is Adam Perry. He's the designated hitter, batting in the 7 slot. And the runner will go, and he thought about stealing second, changed his mind. That told Jensen Scholes to just toss it back to Sheldon. Pitch came across as a strike. He got ones across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. That's Bartz on first base for Excelsior. And the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
That's okay. You got this, Adam.
First baseman Dominic Tanuzel is on deck. If no double plays happen, we'll see him next. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled away. We'll stay at 1-2. I don't think anybody's opposed to a game that is pretty much a pitcher's duel. Now, we're early in this one, so we can't put that label on this one yet, but those are the games that do go by rather quickly. It's when both teams are pitching well. One ball and 2 strikes. 1 out. Bart's the runner on first. They'll try and pick him off, and he's back in time. Tanuzel wearing an Aaron Judge number 99. Just add 7 to the 2 numbers on Adam Perry's jersey, and that'll be who's batting next. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll strike him out for out number 2. So Perry strikes out. Sheldon picks up his second or third strikeout. I'll have to double check the numbers there.
At the plate,
that's his second.
First baseman, number 99, Dominic Tanuzo.
Two away now, and once again, it's Dominic Tanuzel. Sheldon now at 24 pitches. This is pitch 25. High fly ball popped up. Right field. Gerhardt's underneath it, and Troy Gerhardt makes the catch They'll strand one on base, and that'll be out number 3. We'll go to the bottom or the middle of the second. Bottom of the second, due up. It'll be Troy Gerhardt, Aiden Bogner, and Mike and Brajos. When we return after the break here on Magnitude.
Looking for something handmade, unique, and full of personality? Mandy's of FargoND.com features creative gifts, home decor, accessories, and more. All inspired by family, creativity, and made with heart. Browse dozens of handmade creations, request custom colors or designs, and sign up for the newsletter. Visit Mandy'sOfFargoND.com and discover something new today. Mandy'sOfFargoND.com. Handmade, a little weird, totally wonderful.
Hi, this is Mike with Magnitude Sports. I'd like you to do me a favor if you would. Subscribe to this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. The channel is owned by a family I've known for over 2 decades and features some sports stars from previous Magnitude Sports broadcasts. So if you're the type of guy that likes fishing, hunting, dogs, you can get all that and more right here on the Dakota Fins and Feathers YouTube channel. You can also find them on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's educational, it's captivating, it's fun. It's Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe today.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second inning, Game 3 of the 2026 Central Plains Regional Tournament. It's the home team, host team, Mandan Chiefs, taking on Excelsior Blue, the champions out of Minnesota. Hudson Sheldon with 2 Ks. We'll see him again in the next half inning. Right now it is Troy Gerhardt. Batters 4, 5, and 6, the middle of the order here for Mandan. Gerhardt swing and a miss, strike 1. Aiden Bogner and Mike and Brajos will be up this inning as well for Mandan. Here's the 0-1. And that one's high. We'll even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. ID Chrysler and Collision Center, MandanBaseball.org, and North Dakota State Railroad Museum. Just a few of our great sponsors supporting Mandan Baseball and supporting all the other teams in the 2026 Central Plains Regional. High pop out or pop fly to right field. It'll drop for a base hit. Well, maybe a base hit. It'll drop. We'll see how they record that as if it's an error or a hit. I'll wait for them to decide, and then I'll call it likewise. It was over the head of one. It was in front of another one, and it was to the side of another one. So they will go ahead and rule that as a hit, and that's probably how I would have leaned too, if I'm being 100% honest. Just wanted to be 100% sure. It's not a regular season game. I don't want to take too many guesses. And that one's going to right field as well. Should be playable, but for Fernandez, and it is. One away. Troy Gerhardt stands on second base. And Aiden Bogner to the plate now here for Mandan. Cummings will come set. He'll take a peek at second base, and he'll deliver. And he'll deliver a strike. Nice pitch there by Cummings. Right down the middle of the plate. And that one's going to be low. It looked good to start out. Right as it got to the plate, it dropped below the knees of Brajos. 1-1 the count. As Cummings will deliver that 1-1 pitch, and a check swing. That'll drop low again. They'll peel to third base, and third base umpire Brian Bohr says ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now here to Brajos. On deck is Peyton Copy. Swing and a miss, strike 2. By the time this tournament is over, Peyton Copy could become famous. 2-2. Popped up, pushed foul, and over the press box roof, and out of play. Will stay tight at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Peyton Copy currently holds the record for the most views on a YouTube short on Magnitude Sports. Happened a couple years ago at the state tournament. That short got over 200,000 views. I've never had a video reach not even a full-length game. I've had a couple come close, but Peyton Copy is now the batter, and I just realized that he has one of my favorite songs as his walk-up song. So that makes things even better for him, in my book anyway. One ball, not that my book means much, but one ball, no strike. And the 1-0, and that's in for a strike. Nice heater there from Cummings. One to Peyton Copy and the pitch. Peyton Copy, a swing and miss for strike 2. And the 1-2 from Cummings. That'll be fouled away and go right up onto the front ledge of the overhang over the home base grandstand. That's pretty close to where our camera is attached to as well. And, oh, they'll bring him up on a pitch that appeared to be low, but it was right at knee level, and that's out number 2, or out number 3, actually. And that will take care of business here in the bottom of the second. 1-0. Excelsior has the lead after 2 innings of play. We'll be back with the 3rd inning right in a moment.
It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Curveball chopped out to second. This may do it. McIntyre sets on to first, and it's on to Shelby for Lincoln East.
Popped up. Can Oliver Luck send them to Shelby? They can! The Post 400 Stars will continue their season in North Carolina, and they will compete in the American Legion World Series.
The best teams, the biggest moments. Every game of the 2026 Central Plains Regional is live on Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. 1-0 Excelsior over Mandan here as we go into the 3rd inning of play. And this is Alex Fernandez. He'll get himself a hit out into left center field. Good enough for a single and a leadoff runner on base here for Excelsior. That'll bring us back to the top of the order now. It's Carter Stortz, the center fielder.
Stepping in the box, center fielder number 5, Carter Stortz.
Level swing, Clyde, level swing. Keep it down. Here you go, Carter!
One run on 3 hits so far here for Excelsior. No runs on a single hit for Mandan. Swing and a miss, strike 1 there for Carter Stortz. Hudson Sheldon struck out 2 so far here. And Sheldon took 25 pitches to get through the first 9 batters of Excelsior. He's now getting ready to toss pitch 28.
All right, 5, here you go, Carter!
Sheldon will come set. He'll take a look at Fernandez on first. And he'll deliver a fastball, and it's dropped by Scholes, and that'll allow Fernandez to steal second. 2-1 the count now here. 2 starts. Once again, double elimination tournament, so the 3 teams that lose today will play again with a chance to stay alive in the tournament. Bouncing ball to third, picked up there by Flieger, and he'll fire over into the glove of Brajos. Brajos will stretch, keep his left leg on the bag, and finish the 5-3 ground out. So that's out number 1. Fernandez stays put at second base.
Third baseman number 10, Jake Mustard.
I want to say hi to Jim. Thanks for tuning back in for our 3rd game of the day. Jake Mustard is the batter, and that pitch is going to be over the inside edge, but miss high for a ball, 1-0. And the 1-0. That's a base hit out into right field. That could be enough to score Fernandez. Here he comes, rounding third, and he will step on the plate. That's an RBI double for Mustard, and Excelsior takes a 2-0 lead.
Catcher number 7, Brody Schrupp.
So batter 3 in the lineup, Brody Schrupp now takes the first pitch for a strike. Schrupp is 0 for 1. He's one of 2 victims of a Hudson Sheldon strikeout so far here in this game. Sheldon will stare down Mustard on second and deliver the 0-1, and that one is foul down the third base line. Hard hit ball right to the hot corner. Went to the left of the bag and Flieger. Flieger tried to catch it anyway, A for effort. 1 ball and 2 strikes. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Right back to Sheldon. He will run it over to third, and caught in a rundown is Mustard between third and second. He is tagged out, and that allows Schrupp to reach on a fielder's choice as they take the lead base runner off for out number 2. Oh, apparently Schrupp was safe at first.
Courtesy running for the pitcher. Excuse me, for the catcher. Number 35, Aiden.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. I said it right the first time. I just got confused there for a moment.
Nolan Carr.
Do it again, Nolan. Let's go.
It was the second base runner who got out. So, Aiden Pedersen will courtesy run on first. Pitch from Sheldon's up high for a ball, 1-0. To the batter, Nolan Carr. Got himself a single last time he was up. 1-0 to Carr, and Carr will send it to center field, and that will drop for a base hit. Thrown in quickly there by Zach Weiler, and that'll hold the hit to a single and put runners on first and second. So Excelsior getting a handful of hits here. They have 5 of them so far through 2 and 2/3 innings of play. And they'll bring a visit to the mound here for the Mandan Chiefs. Once again, broadcast coverage of the Mandan Chiefs and the 2026 Central Plains Regional Baseball Tournament brought to you by ID Chrysler and Collision Center, mandanbaseball.org, and the North Dakota State Railroad Museum in Mandan, along with Buffalo Wild Wings. Other sponsors include Dakota Fins and Feathers, Rainbow Shop in Bismarck, Mandy's of FargoND.com, Northview Church in Fargo, as well. Pitch is up high for a ball. One ball, no strike. That one will miss outside for ball two. Two balls and no strikes to batter Newman. And there's a strike. 2-1. And that one's up high for ball three. So 3 balls and a strike now here to the batter, Kalen Newman, second baseman for Excelsior. They got runners on first and second. Pedersen on second, Carr on first. 3 balls and a strike. Sheldon comes set and delivers, and he'll deliver low and walk him, and they'll load the bases. That'll bring up Nolan Bartz, the left fielder for Excelsior. Chance for Excelsior to really tack on to this 2-0 lead here. Sheldon will deliver, and he'll deliver in for just a little bit high. I thought for a split second that might have been a strike, but it is a ball. 1-0 the count now here to Nolan Bartz. Pedersen on third, Carr on second, Newman on first. The runners on for Excelsior. Ground ball out to short. To second for 1, and that's all they needed. So they'll strand 3 on base, and they will get the force out on second. Bartz will reach on an ending fielder's choice, and that will take care of business here in the top of the third. We'll take a break and be back with the bottom of the third.
Right, and I'm the manager at ID Chrysler Collision. Our team at ID Chrysler Collision, we're small, but we're like a family. So how does having a family-like atmosphere at work help get the customer's car back on the road? We do a lot of stuff out of work. We do stuff at work. We all get along. It's like a little family for us. I just feel like if you're happy at work and you want to come to work, you're going to deliver a better product.
Bounces on the warning track. Coming home is Hudson Sheldon, also from second, Ty Weiler. And that is a fly ball to center field. It's going to drop. He's going to have to make the throw quickly. Rounding third is Peyton Coppy, and they will not be in time. And the Mandan Chiefs walk off the Stars in the bottom of the 10th inning. That one hit up high and deep, and it might have the distance. And that one is caught at the fence. Holy cow. Wow, what a catch by Peyton Coppy. I thought for sure that was a 2-run homer.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Chiefs.
All right, Jensen Scholes will start things off here.
Jensen Scholes.
Jensen Scholes, the catcher for the Mandan Chiefs. He'll take the first pitch for a strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 comes in a little low to even things up at 1 ball, 1 strike. One popped way up. Could be playable here for Mustard. And about a half an hour later, that ball will come down into the glove of Mustard for out number 1. So Aiden Flieger, the third baseman, will step onto the plate now here for Mandan.
Number 11, Aiden Flieger.
Strike one, the call here, called strike one. Cummings now with 27, make this pitch 28, and that pitch 28 will fall in for ball one. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Aiden Flieger. Flieger, the 9 batter, will flip it back to the top of the order here. After Flieger's done with his plate appearance, that one popped up. Could be playable there for Tanuzol, and it's not quite. It'll go out of play. Couple of opportunities there for a couple Excelsior players to make a play on that one, but just fluttered out of play far enough to not be able to make a grab on it. 1 ball and 2 strikes as the end result of that. Cummings will come set. Kick and deliver the 1-2. Swing and a miss and a strikeout. So that puts out number 1 on the board and brings us back to the top of the order. It's pitcher Hudson Sheldon.
Pitcher number 5, Hudson Sheldon.
And strike one. They're going to call that a strike. That seemed a little low to me, but I'm not the home plate umpire, so I don't have to take the heat for that. 0-1. And that is outside, and now even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nick Koulis officiating things down the first base line. Brian Bohr down the third base line. 1 ball and 1 strike here, as called by home plate umpire Corey Aldrich. And that one will be fouled away into the parking lot. I'm glad I parked where I did, because figured that not a lot of balls are going to reach where my vehicle's at. So there's a where that one went, there's a softball field. It's a 100% turf softball field, maybe about 50 yards off the first base line here at BNC National Bank Field. And if you've never been to this facility, it's actually a pretty good facility. In part 2 of our Central Plains preview series, you can get a look at the whole field, including what surrounds it. High fly ball, center field, going all the way back, and it will bounce off the wall on the warning track, juggled for a split moment, and that will be good for a double for Hudson Sheldon. Ty Weiler will come up to the plate now.
Stepping in the box, second baseman number 6, Ty Weiler.
Two away here in the bottom of the third, runner on second, and that is Ty Weiler going to left field, and that one is caught by Bartz. Nolan Bartz will make the catch, and they will strand that runner on base, and we will go to the 4th inning of play. It remains 2-0 in favor of Excelsior with runs in the second and the third. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Sometimes, all you need to change your life is a sign. A sign that says, Hank, this is the place you've been looking for. And sometimes that sign is an actual sign that's mounted to a building. 1 second, I'm looking at a sign. I know what you're thinking, and no, I don't love B-dubs just because I'm a buffalo with wings. Frankly, that's offensive and reductionist.
If the church is strong, that strength flows everywhere into the community, the region, and across the world. Jesus is building his church.
All right, welcome back. 3 complete here in Game 3 of the 2026 Central Plains Regional Tournament, a 16 double elimination this year. Different from the previous 18 double elimination tournaments that we've had in the past. Hard hit ball that'll find the 5-6 gap into left field, and those Excelsior fans are pretty pumped up. Have to turn down the field mics there. They're the loudest cheering crowd of all the crowds that have showed up today for the teams. Either that or they're not sitting close enough to my microphones, but one of the two scenarios are correct. Sheldon will deliver. And he'll deliver low for a ball. So 1-0 the count now here to the batter, Dom Tenuzel, wearing Aaron Judge's number 99. I don't see that in baseball too frequently, but it happens here. 2 balls and no strikes to Tenuzel. Once again, a big thank you to the Excelsior coach for helping me out with 5 of the names that were a little bit mind-boggling on the Excelsior roster. That one high into the backstop, and Perry will take off for second base. That'll be ball 3.
All right, Dom, bring him around, bud.
3 balls and no strikes. 2-0 lead for Excelsior. Perry now stands on second base. And the 3-0 pitch. He will not swing. He'll cash in the free strike coupon, and it's 3-1 to Tenuzo. Alex Fernandez on deck here for Excelsior. Here's the 3-1. Swung on and fouled away, and now it's 3-2, and Hudson Sheldon able to battle back to a full count. We'll see if he walks him or strikes him out next. Or if Tenuzo will foul it off and keep himself alive in the batter's box. And the payoff pitch. High for ball 4. They'll put runners on first and second. Fernandez will come to the plate now. Fernandez 1 for 1 in the contest so far. And the pitch, and they'll go for the bunt, and that'll be an excellent bunt. Nobody was prepared for it. It'll be a bunt single to lead the bases. Load the bases. That bunt completely caught Mandan off guard. Really, the only one who had a chance to make a play on that was the pitcher, Hudson Sheldon. Flieger was playing his normal spot at third, and he hesitated a little bit because he also thought that Sheldon may have been able to make a play on the ball, but then the ball took a quick bounce past him, and by that time it was too late, and Fernandez reaches first, so nobody out, bases loaded. Sheldon gets a strike there. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that one's up high for ball 1. And that one's going to left field. That's good for a base hit, and that will score 1. It's 3-0, and they'll keep the bases loaded. They'll score Perry from third. Mandan had a few big wins here on this field. They've only lost 6 times on this field the entire season. Their other 8 losses came on the road away from BNC National Bank Field. This one is high fly ball. Troy Gerhardt tracks it down, and right in front of the warning track, he'll make the catch. Tagging is Tenuzo. He will score. It'll be a sacrifice fly. And that will open up second base to put runners on the corners, and it's now 4-0 in favor of Excelsior. So a sac fly puts another run on the board. 2. Excelsior scored in every inning except the first, and the coach is coming out. I suspect that might be it for Hudson Sheldon. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. Hudson Sheldon, 56 pitches up to this point in the game. I'm going to turn the that microphone off just momentarily here because I like Guns N' Roses, but YouTube absolutely hates Guns N' Roses, so we'll keep the video live instead of getting shut down by YouTube. Classic rock seems to be the biggest red face moment for YouTube. I don't fully understand it. They don't like Guns N' Roses. They don't like AC/DC. They don't like Kiss. They don't like any of those classic rock bands.
Brody Schrupp.
Brody Schrupp, the batter now here for Excelsior. Runner takes off. Throw to second is not in time. They'll go into center field. Fernandez will come in from third, and it's 5-0. And put an error tacked onto that. First error of the game.
Come up, Schrupp. Come on, 7. Stand top of it.
5-0 Excelsior with 3 of those 5 runs coming in the 4th. 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, none in the 1st. And that pitch is a little low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Brody Schrupp. Nolan Carr is on deck here for Excelsior. They have the 5-0 lead in the 3rd game of the 2026 Central Plains Regional Tournament. 1-1. High fly ball to left field. Going back to the warning track and making the catch and then dropping it was Peyton Copy. I would imagine that'd be error number 2. We'll see if the official scoring agrees with me or not. And they will indeed put it up as an error, and I agree with that.
At the plate, shortstop number 3, Nolan Carr.
Peyton Copy had it, and then he just didn't close his glove, and the ball dropped out of his glove. There's a high fly ball to right field. Troy Gerhardt. Throw home will not be in time. Nice job by Sheldon to back up his catcher, Scholes. Run will score on another sac fly, and that will make the score 6-0 in favor of Excelsior. And that'll bring up Kalen Newman now.
Courtesy running at first base, number 35, Aiden Pedersen. Stepping in the box, second baseman, number 16, Kalen Newman.
Rolling, Nolan. Come on, kid. Come on, 16. Come on, KK! A lot of green out there.
Mandan having trouble against, in their last 3 games now.
All right, KK, here we go.
Going back to the first game of the state tournament, they would get the ace from the Grand Forks Royals, Alex Seaver. They were able to put 2 runs up against Grand Forks, but they lost that game 6-2. Now they trail 6-0 here in this one. Ooh, that was a lightning dart right back to the Mandan dugout. I think it bounced off the green guardrail and into the fan area. No balls and 2 strikes. Sheldon with the 0-2. Swung on, and that is fouled away. Will stay at 0-2. So after that 6-2 loss to Grand Forks, they'd come back and have a 0-0 game through, I believe it was 8 innings. 0-0 game through 7 innings, and then in the top of the 8th, Dickinson scored 3 runs, and that would end up being the final score, 3-0. 1-2. Now the Excelsior coach coming out to have a chat with Corey Aldrich. And Aldrich will call in Nick Koulis and Brian Bohr from the corners to have further discussion. So whatever it was the Excelsior coach chit-chatted about, I'm not sure if he got the answer he was looking for. I'm leaning towards no. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 on the way, and that one's outside. We're at 2-2. Two, and that one's popped up and sent straight back over home plate. We'll stay tight at 2-2. And that one's low for ball 3. So full count now here. To Kalen Newman. On deck is Nolan Bartz. If Newman can reach base. 2 away and a payoff pitch. Fouled off. 1 hopper right into the Mandan dugout. Mandan dugout on the first base side. Excelsior on the third base side. If you haven't already figured that one out. And a payoff pitch number 2 coming up here for Hudson Sheldon. Once again, our first game tomorrow is bright and early at 9:30 a.m. It'll feature Fargo Post 2 taking on Dubuque County. The winner of that game will continue in the tournament, and the loser will see their season come to an end. So back-to-back pitches fouled away into the Mandan dugout. Payoff pitch number 3, and that one's popped up. Running in is Ty Weiler, and it will end up being Hudson Sheldon making the catch, I do believe. And that will put an end to the top half of the 4th inning. They strand 1 on base. We'll be back with more in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
There's 3 ways you can support Magnitude Sports. First, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. It's 100% free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 month-to-month YouTube memberships. Finally, businesses can choose one of 2 online YouTube sponsorships or contact us for more options. To learn more, click the Join button or give us a call at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching Magnitude Sports.
The Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store, has life-giving gifts for every occasion. Gifts with meaning, gifts that change lives. Stop in and view their large selection of books, Bibles, jewelry, greeting cards, music and DVDs, home decor, and children's department. Many gifts to bring inspiration to family and loved ones. Call them 223-2422 and visit them online at bismarck.parable.com. For all your gift-giving needs, shop the Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store on South 7th Street in the Southridge Center Strip Mall, 1 block east of Kirkwood Mall in Bismarck.
All right, first pitch to Zach Weiler is going to miss for a ball, 1-0. Evan Cummings, I have him down for 1 strikeout. I'm not sure if I missed one or not. He has 3 strikeouts total. I'm so happy that I got somebody here who's paying attention. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. Probably a swing that Zach Weiler would want back. And the 1-2. And that's going to be popped up into center field. Storts is there, and Storts makes the catch. So Zach Weiler is retired. They bring up right fielder Troy Gerhardt.
Right fielder number 16, Troy Gerhardt.
And the pitch, Troy Gerhardt, a little bit of a late swing on that one. He'll take strike 1. Should Troy Gerhardt, let's see, no, we'll see Aiden Bogner. Excuse me, Aiden Bogner next for sure. We'll see if we get any deeper into the Mandan lineup with 1 away here. So that pitch will miss up high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 5 batters have struck out this game. 3 of those 5 due to the Southpaw's lefty pitching from Evan Cummings. That one will miss low. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Those are my favorite baseball cards to collect. If you're on the MLB digital trading card app, that's the only cards I have on that app, or the Southpaw app. So those and a bunch of Minnesota Twins cards. So 3-1. Strike 2. So full count now here to Troy Gerhardt. Mandan earlier in the season could play a tight game, or they could blow you out 10-0. There's a base hit. Now get Gerhardt on first. Towards the end of the season, they had trouble with the blowout portion, and they had less success in the tight games. So it was kind of a big up in the start of the season, then it slowly, gradually went down. Thought for sure going into that state tournament that Mandan would not play, or would play more than 2 games, but that ended up not being the case. 1 ball, no strike. Of course, we had some surprises from some lower seeds in that state tournament too, like Jamestown got a game away from the championship game as the 9th seed. And that one's a fly ball to center field that is caught by Storts. Gary says, go Twins, yes. Although I could do without a walk-off grand slam in the bottom of the 9th. I just prefer to win in a much easier way.
At the plate for the Chiefs, first baseman number 21, Mike Brajos.
And the pitch, fouled back. Janice, Mandan is playing Excelsior. They are the state champion of Minnesota. I hope that answers your question. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch is in for a ball. One ball, 1 strike.
Great, Evan!
2-1 now here to Brajos. And Brajos will see that pitch come in for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Mike and Brajos. Cummings will wind and deliver. Bouncing ball to first, and it's mishandled at first. And he will head first slide into first. And now put runners on the corners.
We're good.
That should be an error to Nuzzo, the first baseman. And they do put an error up. And that'll bring up Peyton Copy. I don't even need to look at the roster. I know his walk-up song.
All right, Evan, let's go. Right here, bud. Make sure the first one, guys. 1 out here is all we need.
And the pitch. Now going to the backstop. Coming in to score is Troy Gerhardt. Mandan's on the board. And Mike and Brajos advances to second. It is now 6-1. 2 outs. Can Mandan get Brajos home from second base? We'll find out.
Play, guys. Here we go.
And the 1-0 pitch is high for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes here now to Peyton Copy. He's 0 for 1. He struck out last time. It was a called strike 3. They got him looking. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's in for a strike.
Here we go, Evan.
2 balls and a strike. Cummings looks back at Brajos on second, stares him down, and then delivers the pitch. That one's into the backstop, and Brajos takes off for third. 3 balls and a strike to Peyton Copy. And Brajos 90 feet closer to home.
Gotta keep them there now, Blue. Here you go, boys. You got this, boys. You got it, Evan.
Cummings will come set. And he'll deliver the 3-1. That's a ball 4. It's a walk. Runners on the corners on the walk as Peyton Copy will reach base. He'll be 0 for 2 now with a strikeout and a walk. And that'll bring us to Jensen Scholes, the catcher. Scholes will see that pitch come right at the knees for strike 1.
Good job, Evan.
And the 0-1 pitch, swing and miss, 0-2. Another pitch like that, he'll pick up his 4th strikeout of the game to match his jersey number. The 0-2, runner goes. Low throw for a ball. Pitch is not in time.
Great throw, Brody.
The throw is not in time, is what I meant to say. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and now a base hit could cut the lead in half. We'll see if Jensen Scholes has himself a base hit. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, and a bouncing ball foul down the third base line. So stay at 1-2. 6-1, Mandan getting that run here in this inning, and they're looking to add 1 or 2 more to it potentially here if Scholes can find a pitch that he likes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, high fly ball left field. And that should be out number 3, and it is. Caught about a foot in front of the warning track by Nolan Bartz. And that will be out number 3, and that will strand 2 on base. And Mandan gets 1 across the plate. It's 6-1. After 4 innings of play, we go to the 5th right after this here on
The
Magnitude.
North Dakota State Railroad Museum in Mandan is a must-see for any and everyone who likes trains. From the historic steel house, classic rail cars, and the Northern Pacific Hall of Fame, the North Dakota State Railroad Museum is the grown-up version of your childhood train set. It is open June 1st through August 31st from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. with limited access during other hours of the day. A free will donation is accepted for admission at 3102 37th Street Northwest, Mandan.
Looking for a fun night out? Visit one of Mandan Baseball's charitable gaming locations. Every time you play and every charitable gaming dollar raised helps fund the future of Mandan's 6 baseball teams. From our younger Mavericks, Braves, Veterans, and 78s to our Legion teams, the A's and the Chiefs. Your support helps provide equipment, improve facilities, and create opportunities for local athletes to succeed. Have fun, play responsibly, and thank you for helping keep Mandan baseball strong.
Looking for something handmade, unique, and full of personality? Mandy's of FargoND.com features creative gifts, home decor, accessories, and more. All inspired by family, creativity, and made with heart. Browse dozens of handmade creations, request custom colors or designs, and sign up for the newsletter. Visit Mandy's of FargoND.com and discover something new today. Mandy's of FargoND.com. Handmade, a little weird, totally wonderful.
All right, welcome back. And Nolan Bartz is the batter. New pitcher on the mound for Mandan is Aiden Bogner. Hudson Sheldon moves over to shortstop. Hudson Sheldon, 70 pitches, 2 strikeouts. Allowed 6 runs on 8 hits. And Bogner with the 1-1 pitch, and that's low, and it's 2 balls and a strike now here to Nolan Bartz. So it's the 6, 7, 8 batters for Excelsior here in the top half of the 5th inning. Head in the game 6-1 by 5. Base hit out into the gap in right center field. That one will bounce and roll all the way to the warning track. Bartz is turning for third, and he will slide in safely. So it's a leadoff triple for Nolan Bartz here in the top of the 5th. And Excelsior showing their cards early here. They want to tack on to their 6 runs that they've already put up on the board.
Stepping up to the plate, designated hitter, number 22, Adam Perry.
First pitch will miss for a ball here to Adam Perry, the DH. 1 ball, no strike. And the pitch, and that one's a bouncing ball right into the glove of Sheldon. He'll fire home for the out. So Nolan Bartz will not score. He'll be taken off the base on the fielder's choice by Perry. It remains 6-1, and the first out of the inning is recorded. Pitch is, that's going to bounce off the padding of Ketzer, Jensen, Scholes. That will allow Perry to get to second base. 2 balls and no strikes. Or no, check that. 1 ball, yeah, 1 ball, no strike. Here to Tenuzo. And he's swinging a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike now here to Tenuzo. Dom Tenuzo. Where's jersey number 99? We've talked about that a couple times already. I'll skip it this time around. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that one's going to miss. And a quick grab by Scholes to keep Perry at second base. High pitch for ball 2. So 3-1 the count here. Aiden Bogner now with pitch number 10 completed. This is pitch 11. 3-1, and he'll walk him as it goes down low. Another free pass for Excelsior. Saw a lot of free passes in that Fargo Post 2 Lincoln East game as well. Lincoln East able to come away with a victory in that one. That was the game right before this one. That was the second game of the day, and Fargo Post 2, or no, check that. Rapid City defeating Dubuque County in our opening game of the tournament. And he was going to square up, but he'll pull it back. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike now here to Fernandez. Alex Fernandez, the right fielder, batting in the 9 spot of the lineup here, as we'll flip it back to the top of the order here. Carter Storts is on deck. And the 1-1 to Fernandez. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Bogner will come set. He'll deliver. 1-2. That's popped straight up. It's an opportunity for Scholes. And he'll make the catch just off camera. And that will be out number 2. So Fernandez pops out to the catcher for the second out of the inning. And that will bring us to the top of the order with Carter Storts. Let me try that again. Carter Storts, the center fielder. Pitch is low for, oh no, it's low, but it's in for a strike. 0-1. Bogner will step off, and Jensen Scholes will trot up and share a few words with Bogner. Storts 1 for 3 in this game. Adam Perry on second base and Dominic Tenuzo on first base. The runner's on here for Excelsior. No balls and a strike here to Storts. 2 away. And the pitch. Fouled off. 0-2. Storts in 3 baseball games is the only one to get it even remotely close to where I parked. And a bouncing ball up the middle, and he will step on the bag at second for the force out on Tenuzo. Storts will reach on an inning-ending fielder's choice, and that will take care of business here in the top of the 5th. They strand 2, and we go now to the bottom half of 5. Mandan will bring out the bats, trailing 6-1. We'll see if they can cut into that deficit when we return after this. Stay tuned.
This is Mike from Magnitude Sports. I'd like you to do me a favor if you would. Subscribe to this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. The channel is owned by a family I've known for over 2 decades and features some sports stuff stars from previous Magnitude Sports broadcasts. So if you're the type of guy that likes fishing, hunting, dogs, you can get all that and more right here on the Dakota Fins and Feathers YouTube channel. You can also find them on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's educational, it's captivating, it's fun. It's Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe today.
American Legion Baseball. A winning tradition since 1925. Thousands of young athletes have participated, and countless lives have been changed.
And that was the fun part of summer ball and Legion was we just played. At that stage, I think everything's so pure. You're just wanting to play ball. I would 100% recommend it.
Legion Baseball is one of many programs of the American Legion, supporting our children, our military, and their families. Find out more about how we continue to serve America.
Welcome back. 6-1 our score in favor of Excelsior over the Mandan Chiefs here in the third game, final game of day 1 of day 4 of the Central Plains Regional Tournament here in BNC National Bank inside Veterans Memorial Ballpark in Mandan, North Dakota. If you've never been here, you should plan a trip here. It's actually a tag team with Bismarck. It's a pretty cool community to be a part of. No balls and 2 strikes. I actually grew up in the Bismarck area and lived here for all of my childhood and all of my teenage years and some of my 20s. And a fly ball to right field. I'll drop for a base hit. And Flieger is on with a single. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order. Hudson Sheldon. We'll see if Mandan can keep things going here with nobody out. That pitch will come in for a strike. Get the leadoff single. Ty Weiler, Zach Weiler would be the next 2 batters. We'll see Ty for sure. One ball and 1 strike here to Hudson Sheldon. Cummings now with 67 pitches to his record. Here's pitch 68, and that one bounces in. And a nice stop there by Schrupp. Make sure Flieger doesn't take off for second. 2 balls and a strike now here to Hudson Sheldon. Once again, Ty Weiler is on deck. 2-1 on the way, and that one's low. Ball 3. So Cummings came out in the first 2 or 3 innings and dealt a lot of strikes. He even had 3 strikeouts. Since then, he's kind of chilled out a little bit on the mound. And that'll be low for ball 4. So it is a 5-pitch walk. And that puts runners on first and second with nobody out. Don't see any movement from the coaching staff for Excelsior yet, and I may have spoke too soon. No, yes, no, is he coming out? No, he'll step back in. He thought about it. Ty Weiler, the batter. He'll take the first pitch high for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strike. And that'll be 2 balls and no strikes. One thing I was going to reveal during the pregame show, but then I forgot that they had the opening ceremonies. So we didn't do our normal pregame show, but I'll get to it maybe after this inning. We'll forego the commercial break and discuss what I was going to do in the pregame show. For anybody who watches North Dakota Legion baseball on a regular basis here on Magnitude Sports, you probably have a hint of what I'm getting at, and you'll definitely want to stay tuned. So Pitch is low for 3 balls and no strikes. I have decided that we are going to reveal this at the end of the bottom of the 5th. Going into the 6th inning here, we'll reveal that. And there's a strike, so cashing in the free strike coupon on the 3-0 count. Flieger on second, Sheldon on first. And the pitch, and that's high, and that'll walk them, and that'll load the bases here for the Mandan Chiefs. Now bring up Zach Weiler to the plate now. But it'll first bring the coach to the mound. So this is a great time to go over our hot dog rankings that we did this year in North Dakota. And congratulations to the Mandan Chiefs. They had the best hot dog in the state. Bismarck came in second. Fargo Post 400 came in third. West Fargo fourth. And Fargo Post 2 had a close tie with West Fargo and Jamestown in that 4, 5, 6 slot. Dickinson, Williston, Minot, Grand Forks rounds it up. Now, honorable mention to the Bozeman, Montana, even though they weren't part of it. I put them in there as an honorable mention because what they do is they cook their hot dogs and then they marinate them in alcohol, like name your favorite beer. So they get the honorable mention here as we return to action as the visit on the mound concludes. Zach Weiler is your batter once again. He'll foul that one off for no balls and a strike here in the bottom of the 5th. And that will find the 5-6 gap. That's going to score Flieger. Hudson Sheldon will be put on the brakes at third, and it is now 6-2, and nobody out. Bases remain loaded on an RBI single by Zach Weiler, scoring Flieger from third and advancing everybody else 90 feet.
Stepping up to the plate, right fielder number 16, Troy Gerhardt.
Troy Gerhardt. If Cummings is not careful, Gerhardt will pop one up on an infield fly. It's not quite the direction I was going with that thought, but we'll leave it sit there for now.
At the plate, pitcher number 4,
Aiden Bogner can do the same thing as Troy Gerhardt on that thought that I was going, but I'll hold it back in case he pops out again. You know, you can't blame it on me. Ground ball to the shortstop, to second, over to first. Got him at first. The 6-4-3 double play. They get one across, they strand one, and that puts an end to the to the 5th inning of play. A 6-4-3 double play ends the 5th. Chiefs do get one across, but that's all they get. We'll take a break and be back with more in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Third ball chopped out to second. This may do it. McIntyre sets on to first, and it's on to Shelby for Lecanese.
Popped up. Can Oliver Luck send them to Shelby? They can! The Post 400 Stars will continue their season in North Carolina, and they will compete in the American Legion World Series.
The best teams, the biggest moments. Every game of the 2026 Central Plains Regional is live on Magnitude Sports.
I'm Dakota Boehm, and I'm the manager at ID Chrysler Collision. Our team at ID Chrysler Collision, we're small, but we're like a family. So how does having a family-like atmosphere at work help get the customer's car back on the road? We do a lot of stuff out of work. We do stuff at work. We all get along. It's like a little family for us. I just feel like if you're happy at work and you want to come to work, you're going to deliver a better product.
third baseman number 10, Jake Mustard.
All right, welcome back. I think we're back, right? Yes, I did hit the button. And that one is a high fly ball to left center field, and it will bounce off the wall. And it'll be a leadoff double here for Mustard. And that will bring to the plate here Brody Schrupp, the catcher.
At the plate, catcher number 7, Brody Schrupp.
That one's going to be popped up, and it'll be pushed out of play as well. There'll be no balls and a strike. And that one's up high for a ball. 1-1 the count. So far, the matchups tomorrow are Fargo Post 2 versus Dubuque County at 9:30. Rapid City will play the loser of this game at 12 noon. That's our matchup so far. And the 1-1. And that one will be in for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. The 3:30 game tomorrow, which would be game 6, will have a little bit of a loophole attached to it. We'll have to see how game 4 and 5 go. I haven't quite figured that loophole out yet, but I'll just leave it at that. 3-1. And 3-2. And a ground ball. I'll go foul off the third base side. We'll stay tight at 3-2. Still nobody out here, as Aiden Bogner has reached 27 pitches so far. And pitch 28 on the way. Payoff pitch, and they'll walk him. Runners on first and second with nobody out. So the 3:30 game with Rapid City playing Mandan, or playing the loser of this one, whether that's Mandan or Excelsior, it would depend on if Rapid City wins or loses that game to determine the matchup for the 3:30 matchup. Since Rapid City hasn't lost yet, and their opponent would potentially be eliminated should Rapid City win that game. But so that's kind of the scratching the surface of that said loophole that we were talking about. Wild pitch will advance the runners to first and second. Or second and third, excuse me. And it'll be 2 balls and no strikes.
Bring on, Nolan! Here we go, bud! Bring him in!
And the 2-0. And that one hit the black post off the first base side, then ricocheted back towards the fans on the first base grandstand. Here's the 2-1. And that one's just a little high. 3 balls and a strike now. Three-one, and that's in for a strike. 3-2, full count now here to Nolan Carr. Kalen Newman is on deck here for Excelsior. And the pitch. And that'll be ball 4, and they'll walk them, they'll load the bases. So you got Jake Mustard on third, Brody Schrupp on second, and now Nolan Carr, on first.
Number 16,
and now Kalen Newman will step up to the plate. Mandan had the bases loaded with nobody out in the bottom of the 5th, and now Excelsior has the same scenario here in the top of the 6th. There's a strike. The 0-1 delivery. And that one's in for, what do they call that one? A ball? Okay, 1-1. One ball, one strike, nobody out, bases loaded. 1-1 pitch on the way. It's high for ball 2. Two 1 deliveries, low and out, ball 3. Excelsior walked in a bases loaded walk. Will Mandan return the favor? Here's the 3-1. And they will not. It is a strike.
Here you go, KK. Let's go, KK. Here you go, find a gap. Let's go, Kay, let's go.
Just barrel it, kid. Just barrel it.
And the windup and the payoff pitch. Swung on, popped up, fouled away. We'll do the payoff pitch over again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Once again, Fargo Post 2 in Dubuque County will play at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. Rapid City will play at 12 noon versus the loser of this game here. That is the matchup so far for tomorrow. Michael, thanks for the compliment there. We did hamburger rankings the previous year. Williston won that hamburger ranking, but that's because Fargo Post 400 didn't make the secret burgers that they started making this year. So, and there's a bases loaded walk. So the run that Mandan got was given right back to Excelsior. Here in the top of the 6th.
Give it right, bud.
And it's now 7-2. Nolan Bartz will come to the plate now here for Excelsior. Once again, we're in the top of the 6th, so unless Excelsior can score 5 more runs, this game will go the full 7. And they would have to score those runs here in the top of this inning. And they'll get at least 1 or 2 of those runs, and they'll get 1. And it's now 8-2 on a base hit to shallow left field. That scores Brody Schrupp from third. Nolan Carr up to third. Kalen Newman up to second. And Bart's on with the RBI single at first. 8-2 our score.
Coming to the plate, the designated hitter, number 22, Adam Perry.
And that one is going to be fouled away for a strike. 0-1 the count now here to Adam Perry, the DH. Bats right and throws right. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So pair strikes, one looking, one fouled away, one swinging. You could say both swinging, I guess. The 0-2 is fouled off, and that one is going to keep the count right where it's at, 0-2. 3 games tomorrow, 9:30, noon, and 3:30. 3 games on Saturday, same times, 9:30 a.m., noon, and 3:30. And then 2 games on Sunday, 11 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. are the times. Once again, all those times I just mentioned are Central Time for those not regularly in the Central Time zone. One ball and 2 strikes to count. Here's the 1-2, and that's a ground ball. They'll find its way to left field. They'll score Carr from third and push Newman up. And back-to-back RBI singles that keep the bases loaded. And it's 9-2 now in favor of Excelsior. And here comes the Mandan coach to the mound here. And we'll see what happens with Bogner, if he stays on or if the coach will make a change. It looks like he'll stay on. It's just a chit-chat. We'll keep it right here. Once again, big thanks to our sponsors, including ID Chrysler and Collision Center, MandanBaseball.org, and the ND State Railroad Museum in Mandan, along with Northview Church in Fargo, Dakota Fins and Feathers on YouTube, Rainbow Shop in Bismarck, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Mandy's of FargoIndy.com. Haven't quite decided what I'm going to have for dinner after the game today, but Buffalo Wild Wings does sound pretty good, and they are sponsoring. Maybe I should go support that sponsor.
At the plate, first baseman number 99, Dominic Tenuzo.
Tenuzo will fire that first one foul for a strike. Adam Perry on first base. Should he come around and score, that'd put the 10-run rule into effect for the bottom of the 6. And with nobody out, it's certainly possible they could get there, but we'll see. 1-1 pitch. That's low for ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike now here to Dom Tenuzo. Two-one. Swung on, and that will also find the gap. All 3 have found that 5-6 gap. This time 2-run score. Opens up second base and puts runners on the corners. And that makes your score 11-2. So if Excelsior can get one more run here in the top of the 6, that'll put the 10-run rule into effect for the bottom half of the 6. Mandan would have to score enough runs to make it a 9-run deficit heading into the 7th if that game was to continue. But Excelsior still has to score a run to make what I just said become a reality. And that's going to be a high fly ball that gets fouled away on the third base side for strike number
Right
1.
fielder number 6, Alex Fernandez.
1 in the second, 1 in the third, 4 in the fourth, none in the fifth, and 5 so far here in the 6th. And there's still nobody out for Excelsior. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and he slipped, and it'll be strike 2. I say hi to Jesse. He says that I should go to B-Dubs. There's 2 of them. Should I go to the newer one Or should I go to the old school original one in South Bismarck? Let me know, Jesse, what your vote is on that. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 swung on. He got a piece of it, send it into the back netting to keep the count at 0-2 and keep himself alive on this plate appearance. We'll see if he can turn the plate appearance into an at-bat. And that'll be ground ball foul, third base side. We'll do the 0-2 for a third time now. When you put all the numbers on paper, this is actually, according to paper, an even matchup. But according to the scoreboard, it is not an even matchup. As Mandan pitching have just recorded their 3rd strikeout of the game. The first 2 went to Hudson Sheldon. Bogner picks up the 3rd strikeout here for Mandan in this game. No balls and 1 strike. And after, let's see who's batting now. Storts. This is the 8th batter of the inning. I just had to double check that and count it up. Storts is batter 8 of the inning, and it took 7 batters before they got the first out. And that will be eventually caught by third baseman Flieger for the second out. 7 batters for the first out, 1 batter for the second out. Runners on first and third. Excelsior needs 1 run to put the 10-run rule into effect. If it remains 11-2, we'll play the full 7-inning game, regardless of the score.
Stepping up to the plate, third baseman number 10, Jake Mustard.
Go, Jake, come on. He has like a size 8 head.
Batter 9 of the inning. They've batted out. Jake Mustard started. I think he started. It was either him or Brody Schrupp, who's on deck. Started this inning. Yeah, it was Jake Mustard who started the inning, I believe. Let's see. Yes, Mustard started the inning. So this is the 10th batter of the inning now. And this is a ground ball towards second. And that will force a full 7-inning game as that run will not score. And we will go now to the bottom of the 6th and see if Mandan can climb back into this one now, as they have 6 outs remaining in this game to try and do so. We'll be back in a moment here.
Chopped out to second. This may do it. McIntyre sets. On to first. And it's on to Shelby for Lincoln East.
Popped up. Can Oliver Luck send them to Shelby? They can! The Post 400 Stars will continue their season in North Carolina, and they will compete in the American Legion World Series.
The best teams, the biggest moments. Every game of the 2026 Central Plains Regional is live on Magnitude Sports.
I'm Dakota Bame. and I'm the manager at ID Chrysler Collision. Our team at ID Chrysler Collision, we're small, but we're like a family. So how does having a family-like atmosphere at work help get the customer's car back on the road? We do a lot of stuff out of work. We do stuff at work. We all get along. It's like a little family for us. I just feel like if you're happy at work and you want to come to work, you're going to deliver a better product.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 6. Mike and Brajos is the batter here for Mandan. First pitch missed for a ball. It's 1-0. 11 runs on 14 hits for Excelsior. 2 runs on 5 hits for Mandan so far. I noticed the outfield scoreboard has 13 hits, so I'm off by 1 hit. We'll see which one is right later on when we get the official stat sheet at the end of the game.
I got one. There's one more idea, but like we might need multiple.
Oh, that's where the error is at. Okay, it is 13 hits. It's not 14. Swing and a miss, and that'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Oh, Andy, I saw that on the map.
2-2 pitch. Check swing, bouncer towards first, and the first baseman will win that race for out number 1. Peyton Copy to the plate now.
Left fielder number 14, Peyton Copy.
And that pitch is low for a ball, 1-0.
When I was back there, I was on the phone and you walked by, and I was.
2 runs on 5 hits is correct. And 11 runs on 13 hits is correct. And that is a ground ball to short. And that is picked up and fired over for the 6-3 ground out, number 2. Nolan Carr gets it over into the glove of Tenozo. Looks like we have a change here. And it's going to be Eli Kleinknecht coming to the plate now here for Mandan. That one's popped up and pushed foul right behind the home base dugout, or home base grandstand, I meant to say. No balls and a strike now here to Eli Kleinknecht. His first at bat in this game, in this tournament. And the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. The 0-2, and that one will bounce in for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And 1-2, and that's smashed out into left field, and diving for it, it'll drop for a base hit. And then it'll go over Stortz, who's backing up Bartz, and it'll be a double.
Okay, boys, here we go.
So they're gonna go with the double, which is the way that I originally called it. So a courtesy runner came in for Klein Connect, but that cannot be allowed in that situation there. And that one is hit towards left field and bounces in center. Rounding third is Klein Connect, and he will score.
All right, boys, here we go.
That makes it 11-3.
Stepping up to the plate, shortstop number 5, Hudson Sheldon.
And strike one is delivered there for Hudson Sheldon. One ball and 2 strikes here to Hudson Sheldon. Ty Weiler on deck, and Sheldon will get a base hit. Moving into third is Flieger, and Sheldon's in on a double.
Here we go, guys.
So I'll bring Ty Weiler to the plate now here.
Stepping in the box, second baseman number 6, Ty Weiler.
Mandan got one. We need a few more. We'll see if they can get it. They have 5 outs to work with. 1 more in this inning, and then 3 more in the bottom of the 7th. It's going to be an uphill climb for the Chiefs, but not an impossible uphill climb. 11th, and that pitch is going to miss up high. 1 ball, 1 strike to count now here to Ty Weiler. If Ty Weiler reaches base, it would be Zach Weiler, the scheduled batter who's next for Mandan. As I look over to my right, it is indeed Zach Weiler in the on-deck circle. 1-1 pitch on the way, and that one is going to find its way into left field. 1 run will score. That's Flieger. Sheldon rounding third. He'll dive in head first, and Weiler will go into second. And Ty Weiler with a 2-run double. And that's 11-5. How much more does Mandan have in them in this inning? They have scored in the last, they did not score in innings 1, 2, and 3. Starting in inning 4, they've put 1 run across the plate in every inning, 1 or more. This time they've put 3. And Weiler moves into scoring position here. And that one's fouled away by Zach Weiler. So Ty Weiler on second, Zach Weiler the batter. Zach Weiler's 1 for 3 in the contest so far. 11-5 our score here in the bottom of the 6th, and there's been 2 away for a while. Excelsior, that third out is eluding them. And that one nearly hit the wrist of Zach Weiler. He was able to spin out of the way of it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Ball went over the top of the bat, or the bat went over the top of the ball is what I meant to say there. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Ty Weiler on second. Can Zach Weiler bat him in? Check swing. And that will be out 3. They will strand runner on base. They get 3 across the plate here in the bottom of the 6th to close the gap to 11-5. And now they'll have to play some defense and see if they can come back the rest of the way here. And we will find that out here when we come back from our break in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Sometimes, all you need to change your life is a sign. A sign that says, Hank, this is the place you've been looking for. And sometimes that sign is an actual sign that's mounted to a building. 1 second, I'm looking at a sign. I know what you're thinking, and no, I don't love B-dubs just because I'm a buffalo with wings. Frankly, that's offensive and reductionist.
Hi, this is Mike from Magnitude Sports. I'd like you to do me a favor if you would. Subscribe to this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. The channel is owned by a family I've known for over 2 decades and features some sports stars from previous Magnitude Sports broadcasts. So if you're the type of guy that likes fishing, hunting, dogs, you can get all that and more right here on the Dakota Fins and Feathers YouTube channel. You can also find them on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's educational, it's captivating, it's fun. It's Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe today.
All right, it's Brody Trump. Let me double check. Brody Schrupp. And he'll take the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. And that one is going out into center field. It'll drop for a base hit. It'll be a leadoff single here for Brody Schrupp. And that'll bring up Nolan Carr as the scheduled batter, pending a potential change. Looks like we'll have a courtesy runner here for Schrupp. And that'll be Aiden Pedersen.
For the catcher, number 35, Aiden Pedersen. Stepping in the box, shortstop number 3, Nolan Carr.
And that one's going to go right to first, and Bogner will pick it up, step on the bag for the out. That'll move Pedersen to second.
At the plate, second baseman number 16, Kalen Newman.
not leave him there. Let's not leave him out there.
All right, going. Move him up.
So that's the second out recorded here, and now that'll bring up Kalen Newman. I was writing down some notes, trying to figure out
At the plate, left fielder, number 34.
something that had been eluding me here. Jim, I'm glad you enjoyed the day of baseball here on Magnitude Sports. Certainly appreciate everybody who's tuned in, and for those who made the trip to Mandan, we appreciate them coming out. This will be ripped into left field for a base hit. So it'll be an RBI single that brings home Pedersen. He'll make it 12-5 now.
Ready, Pete? Go Ace!
And that's a high fly ball to left, and it's caught on the run by Peyton Coppy on the warning track, and that'll put an end to the top of the seventh. One last chance for Mandan. They need 7 in the bottom of the seventh to force 8, or one more in that to win it all, and we'll see what they can do when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports.
If the church is strong, that strength flows everywhere into the community, the region, and across the world. Jesus is building his church.
Here's 3 ways you can support Magnitude Sports. First, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. It's 100% free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 month-to-month YouTube memberships. Finally, businesses can choose one of 2 online YouTube sponsorships or contact us for more options. To learn more, click the Join button or give us a call at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching Magnitude Sports.
Number 16, Troy Gerhardt.
All right, welcome back. 12-5. Mandan needs 7 to force the 8th, or 8 to win this one. Tough task. But not an impossible one. And that'll be strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count now here. New pitcher on the mound for Excelsior is Kalen Newman. That means we have a new second baseman, and that second baseman is Adam Perry, which takes out the DH. Not that that's going to matter. And that will be out at first. It'll be a 5-3 ground out.
Pitcher number 4, Aiden Butman. Excuse me, Aiden Bogner.
So 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Mandan down to their final 2 outs before they will find themselves in a situation where they'll have to battle out of the elimination bracket. And ground ball that will find its way into left field. It's a lead-off, or not a lead-off single, but a 1-out single. Dante Burdine will step into the lineup here for Mike and Brajos. So that will be the 6th slot in the lineup here for Burdine.
Beautiful, KK.
One ball and one strike. And that one's high for ball 2. Okay, so assuming that Mandan loses this game, then if Mandan defeats Rapid City, then the winner of Game 4 would play the loser of Game 6. Otherwise, the winner of Game 2 would play the winner of Game 3 at 3:30 tomorrow. Did any of that make sense? I hope it did, because that's how a 16 double elimination bracket works. Popped up, infield pop-up. And that will be out number 2. I looked at it carefully during the top of the 7th.
Left fielder number 14, Peyton Copy.
Now Peyton Copy will come to the plate here with 2 away, and if this is the last walk-up song I hear, I'll be happy. Not because the game is over, but because I like that song. And that one's fouled away. And we have strike 1 on the board here. Now, if Mandan comes back and wins this game, then the same would apply for Excelsior in that little scenario I just presented to you. But 1 ball, 1 strike. That'll be a base hit out into right field. Tell you what, if Mandan wins this game, I'll let you hear it again. So.
Just keep throwing strikes. Let's go, KK!
I was encouraged to repeat what I said, and then that, I don't know, probably none of you at home heard that in the background, but I certainly heard it, so. And the pitch is up high and in for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strike to Eli Kleinknecht. And a swing and a miss for strike 1. And that'll do it. I'll put an end to this one. And your final score, the Excelsior post 259 win 12-5 over the Mandan Chiefs. And that will take care of business here on day 1 of the tournament. We will get things set up for day 2 here. Let's go over it. I think I got this figured out. So at 9:30 tomorrow, let's go to our schedule here. Okay, so pull the schedule up on our screen here. So Fargo Post 2 play Dubuque County at 9:30 tomorrow morning. Mandan will play Rapid City at 12 noon. And then that 3:30 game will look like this. Lincoln East will play at 3:30 p.m. against Okay, so if Mandan will play Rapid City. If Mandan defeats Rapid City, I think they would play Lincoln East. If Rapid City wins, then I don't know. We'll just wait until tomorrow to figure out Game 5 because I've tried 3 times and I've struck out. So there we go. We have 2 matchups for sure tomorrow. Fargo Post 2 versus Dubuque County at 9:30 and Rapid City versus Mandan at 12 noon. And then Lincoln East potentially at 3:30 versus somebody. There you go. That's the best way you can describe it. All right, we'll close out day 1 here, and we'll talk to you again bright and early tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. here on Magnitude Sports. Thank you so much for tuning in.
The proceeding has been a presentation of Magnitude Sports. Follow Magnitude TV Plus on X and Instagram for broadcast updates, sports highlights, and much more. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and become a member by clicking join to help support future broadcasts. Remember, whether you're on the field, in the stands, or online, good sportsmanship makes a difference. That's one way you can serve, stand, and score.